some of the mega predictions in your book are a lot of your book, frankly, is quite scary. It suggests that those who really have a mind to do it can use the internet for evil purposes.
But think of this rather as a warning, right? We're saying these things could happen. We're not saying that they will happen. And think of it as a template for how to go attack that problem. Let's go figure out a way to make sure that, for example, the sort of criminal gangs don't combine with evil terrorists together to become hacking collectives, which we talk about in the book. Let's make sure that people have enough privacy and enough control over their devices that governments don't put spy software on them. Let's make sure that the fundamental values that the internet represents are preserved. Let's make sure governments don't shut down the internet. We talk in the book about balkanization. We say that governments will get so excited and so upset about what's on the internet, especially if it's critical of their government, that they'll shut down that part of the internet. The most extreme case is North Korea, of course, where Jared and I just were, my co-author. And in North Korea, they have a cell phone network, but they don't have any data signal at all. And they have an intranet where they hand copy information over about science and things like this. So it's really no internet at all. If the internet arrived in North Korea, people would actually learn to doubt what the government was saying. It's probably the best thing that we could do from a safety perspective with North Korea, because the people who are currently brainwashed at a level that I have never seen in my entire life, they literally believe everything literally that they're told by the now respected leader, including all these things about America and our policies against them, which is all, of course, completely false. They actually believe it, and giving a little bit of doubt, getting people to think, being a little creative. If the internet does that, we will be safe.
But so far, there doesn't seem to be much of a breakthrough in getting the internet into places like North Korea.
Well, we're trying. The reason that people like North Korea, the countries like that, they need the internet because they need the economic growth. They need the information. They're being shut out of the global conversation. So our theory is that if you're part of the global conversation, you will also get some of the democratic values. You'll get some of the creativity. You'll get some of the new ideas. And this is important for these countries because these countries want economic growth. Without economic growth, their citizens will revolt anyway. So a worst case scenario is that China, for example, who has trade with African firms, African countries, could do a minerals for technology trade, where they take the minerals that they need from Africa in return for the censorship technology that China has built and put that into Africa, into some of these dictatorships. That would be bad.
You write in your book that on one hand, while groups can use technology to overthrow bad governments, as in the Arab Spring, governments are also going to get better at blocking and repressing the flow of information.
The question right now is who ultimately wins. Does the sum of the empowerment of the citizens win, or do the governments and their technical strategies to censor win? We think overall that the citizens will win, but we think it's going to be a tough fight.